The coronavirus hits closer to home.
Biden wins big.
There's a job opening for outer space.
A big surprise for a toddler on her first birthday.
Good morning, Lancaster Catholic. I'm Natalie Knox.
And I'm Anthony Prisco. Today is Friday, March 13th, A-Day, and here's your Weekend Review.
Pennsylvania has at least 12 cases of coronavirus, most of them in counties around Philadelphia. Some schools have temporarily closed.
Italy, which has the biggest outbreak in Europe, told its 60 million citizens they should not travel at all.
The Pope now gives his weekly blessing on a big screen to keep the crowds away from St. Peter's Square.
Google tells its 100,000 employees in America to work from home. Other companies are doing the same.
Washington is warning Americans not to travel on cruise ships or travel on airplanes unless it's absolutely necessary.
And Ireland cancels all St. Patrick's Day parades.
The coronavirus sent economies around the world tumbling. This week, the stock market had its worst day since the crash in 2008. The sell-off was so bad on Monday that trading was automatically halted after the Dow lost more than 2,000 points.
But there is some good news. China's president visited Wuhan province, where the outbreak started, and says the worst seems to be over.
And a Pennsylvania university has entered the race to find a cure. Jamie Ely reports.
The university that gave us the polio vaccine 70 years ago is back, developing a vaccine for the coronavirus. The University of Pittsburgh was one of the few labs nationwide qualified to handle the virus. Researchers there will experiment with a variety of different techniques to develop a vaccine. However, it is unknown when it will hit the market. Some medical experts say it will take months or even a year to develop an effective treatment for a disease that has no cure. The virus has already killed over 3,000 people worldwide, and a vaccine would help eradicate it. I'm Jamie Ely.
In politics, Joe Biden swept most of the states that held the primaries on Tuesday. The former vice president won the biggest prize of the night, Michigan. He now has the commanding lead in the delegate count over Bernie Sanders for the Democratic nomination. Need a break from all the bad news? Michelle Lee says there's a lot of interesting movies coming out soon.
If you're a fan of horror movies, you're in luck. A Quiet Place 2 will be released next week. Also, a movie related to the X-Men series, The New Mutants, comes out the first week of April. If you prefer action movies over horror films, don't worry. Mulan, a live-action film of the animated Disney movie, will be in theaters in 2 weeks. And what all Marvel fans have been waiting for, Black Widow. Everyone's looking forward to seeing Black Widow's first solo movie and Iron Man on the screen again. So which one are you most excited to watch? I'm Michelle Lee.
Adidas has hit the stratosphere. The shoe company is sending plastic pellets to the International Space Station to test new polymers for its athletic shoes. The astronauts will give them a try in zero gravity to see if the materials give athletes an advantage.
Speaking of outer space, Margaret Scarf tells us about a job with some of this out-of-this-world perks.
This week, NASA announced that it will be hiring 2 new astronauts. 1 man and 1 woman will be chosen to travel to space within the next 3 years to explore the moon's south pole. NASA says this is the agency's next big mission, and that the next giant leap is to go to Mars in the mid-2030s. The last time NASA solicited applications for new astronauts was in 2015. 18,300 people applied, and only 11 were selected. This time, only 2 people will be chosen out of thousands who apply. I'm Margaret Scarf.
An unexpected perk for a neighborhood in Italy. A malfunction at an Italian winery caused 1,000 liters of ready-to-be-bottled wine to leak into the water pipes of about 20 homes. The glitch lasted about 3 hours. There's no word how much water those residents drank during that time.
This week, Penn State students held a solemn vigil for a Taco Bell. The event featured candles, flowers, and a Sarah McLachlan song for the fast food chain that was recently closed on campus. The leader of the vigil, clad in a taco costume called Taco Bell, our home away from home, and added some spice to our lives.
A Georgia police officer came to the aid of a young mother who was trying to get home in time for her daughter's surprise birthday party. The officer saw the woman standing on a street corner with party balloons and offered her a ride. The woman told him it was her daughter's first birthday. The officer gave her his credit card to buy a birthday cake and a candle for it. When he dropped her off at home, she was so grateful for his kindness that she invited him to celebrate with the family.
That's your week in review.
Have a great weekend, Crusaders.